Hello, welcome back to Nimi's Garden. Last episode we completed the fungal quarry, and so we're going to continue to the next world. So yes, with 10 worlds complete, it is time to move on to number 11. So yeah, the rust area. Got a bunch of new words in this one, so let's see. Alright, A, copycat. Ooh, nice music. Yeah, okay. Robot is you. Sorry, robot. Nimi is you. Rocket copy. UFO and rocket's defeat. The defeat text and the rubble text are all very similarly colored to rubble. That's kind of difficult to read, but that's okay. We understand. So rocket is defeat and UFO is also defeat. We want the flag. Copy basically is a verb that causes objects to follow your movement. So in that way, I can actually get the rocket to go in here. And just so you know, the copy word does not allow for motion if the original object isn't moving. So here Nimi doesn't move anywhere, so the rocket doesn't move. Instead, the opposite will occur. So if the rocket can't move, it's fine. Nimi can still move. Yeah. So with that, I can make rocketers move. And by having the rocket move in certain directions... Actually, doing this is fine. By copying the rocket's movements, I can also emulate equal movements. So using this technique, I can move up twice when the rocket moves up and when I move up. Right now the rocket moved down, so to counteract that I'll move up and will be balanced in the same location. Then now that the rocket's moving up, I can also move up and cause myself to make a double move. And with that, I can win. So yeah, that is a copy level. Alright, it's levels B and C. So delivering. 0 renovation. Oh yeah, this is just almost a copy of the original level in the Baba Is You. Actually, I think it's a complete copy. Except instead of shift, it's send. What send does is basically an instant shift. So instead of shifting one space at a time, the send causes a shift to occur in all directions at once. Okay. So now I can do this and then retrieve 2 of the belts. So this should be like identical, right? Oh, right, the other difference between send and shift. Send only works with moving objects. Yes. Okay. So send only works when an object moves on top of it. If a belt is send, it will only work when an object moves on top of it. I said the same thing 3 times. Okay, so how are we gonna get this done? Actually, I have no idea. Because I think I need all 3 belts. Is that possible? I think it actually is. I gotta make it. I gotta have the statement happen here. So let's have belt is pushed like this, and doing this I can push the belt out, and I can also create belt is send at the same time. Yeah, okay, and I should be able to send myself across the spikes and win. Okay, there you go. I don't think I did that in the original level. There might have been cheese in the original, but yeah, that looks pretty much forced. I will see blasting off. So launch, rocket launch Nimi causes the Nimi to just move in the direction the rocket is facing infinitely. Okay, so yeah, there you go. I can push the rocket. I want the UFO here, so I basically want UFO is UFO and U, I think. So all I need to do is just launch myself infinitely far down and push the U text into place. So rocket launches Nimi like that, and boom. So now UFO is U and I can win. That one I think was... We solved it before, so... Alright, D, space generator. Oh, this is new. Portal is tele. I like how portal is a thing now. It's just emulating the portals. Yeah. Okay, so I can push the portals around to start. We definitely want the robot to copy Nimi. I think the reason why it's called space generator is because given the space that we have, it is impossible for me to push far enough back for the robot to move all the way across. Also, portal melts text, which isn't very isn't super duper relevant here. But yeah, if we have the portals horizontally across each other, and I just had robot copy Nimi, I could just easily portal myself and maintain rightward motion. And that should be good enough to make the flight be win. I'm not really explaining these puzzles very well, but hopefully you catch the idea. We've solved this before, I think. I think this level was originally much worse. And by much worse, I mean like it was originally like a lot more complicated. But the main idea was the space generator. So cool that the puzzle was you know, downed, something downed. Cool that the puzzle was reduced to a much more simpler, understandable form. Okay, double placement. So UFO and Skull is defeat, but UFO is float. I want to basically make it so that Nimi is float only when I'm here. Actually, I want to cross the Skull and no longer be float either. Oh no, hold on, sorry. Nimi on flag is win. So as long as I get here, I can be win, regardless of whether I'm float or not. That's good to know. Then, I think all I need to do... I need to make belt face outward here. Is that possible? Huh, that might not be possible. Because when I make belt, I have to enter here and then I'll be facing the wrong way. Yeah, what? So how will I make belt move in the other direction? Because belt can only move inwards right now. I need the belt face. I need the belt to point in the outward direction. Okay, how about I make it so that like... Yeah, I gotta make the belts face outward so that when I'm in here I can push the float out and make Nimi's float, I think. Oh, actually, do I need to do that? Or can I just use text to buffer? I can use text to buffer, so... Let's try and create just a good enough collection point here. So here I will collect and point down. This will then move this way. And then I guess point up like that. Okay, that should be good enough. So for example, an object that is... like at this point, when I push it out, it will get sent all the way up there. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay. So I'll be here. I need to make float there. Meanwhile, all this text can come in and follow me. Whatever, we're fine. I just need to have belt ascend at the same time as when I push the float across. Which shouldn't be difficult. Belt ascend and I push float across. There you go. So yeah, you don't actually need the belts to be facing outward there. Just push. Alright, level F. Launching chambers. I think this one caused me a bit of trouble as well. Okay, so robot is stop. I can push the robot. Skull launch Nimi. So Skull will launch Nimi. Fair. I need to destroy Skull's defeat and then go up here and get Skull's win. Okay, UFO is defeat though. So the idea is... Question, will my direction change when being launched? Oops. I suppose I did this. Suppose I pushed the skull. And I had it launch the robot. Sure. So now I push the robot onto the skull. Oh, nothing can launch the robot. Right, you can't access that text. I guess the robot can launch the skull though, and I do want to see what it looks like. So, hold on. Skull, be push again. If a skull were facing this way, and I launch it in, would its facing direction change? Sorry. Robot launch skull. It would change direction. Okay, that is not ideal. You know, clearly because I want to actually launch back out once I'm done here. Because, like, the obvious answer to go in is to go in with UFO's defeat. Yeah. Well, actually, hold on. Alright, okay. Let me think about this a bit more clearly. I have a robot that can likely be the thing that launches... Well, it can be launched. But if it's stopped, what's the point? Robot is robot, skull is skull, so nothing can come near me. I remember having trouble solving this. Okay, I know firstly that I can actually use this skull over here to launch me in. But the trouble is getting out. And I don't know how to have that happen. Because I need something in here that faces this way. And like I don't know how that's gonna help. I don't know how that's gonna happen. Also the robot is stopped, so how is that gonna help me at all? I can launch stuff. I can launch stuff myself. Yeah, but that's not useful. Especially if it's facing the wrong... Well, it's facing the wrong direction, but maybe that's fine. Maybe all I need to do is have it face the right direction. Unlikely. I can also push something in there. I don't think I want that. Okay, question. If the skull launches Nimi, like say I did this, that destroy. Oh. So I could do this and be launched, right? What if I did that and then I created skull is pushed at that moment? Ooh, okay. So here I have a skull that goes this way to launch me in. I have skull launch Nimi, but on my next move I plan to convert that into skull is push. And that should be able to push the skulls out and create skull is win. Okay, so now all I need to do is have skull is defeat be broken, which should be easy because... Well, actually, why don't I just launch the skull in? Push this. Oh, but the question now is... I think if I get launched in... Well, firstly, it's gonna be difficult for me to get launched in. I will land on the skull and be defeated. Yeah, okay. That's a problem. How do I avoid that? Well, honestly, I can push in the skull, and like I feel like I don't actually need too much text to help me with that. So I just have one skull over here preparing to push me in. I have skull is push here, push the skull into a reasonable spot. And then now skull just launches me in? Is that not enough? Yeah, it should be. I break skull's defeat, and then I win. Oh, but Skull launches me. Hold on. I need to break that statement as well, which I can do. Like that. Okay, they should win. Yeah, no robot needed. Interesting. Sure. Okay. I think I cheesed that. But still, I think the processes I used in that solution were... Well, I guess they were intended. They felt intended. So I'll keep it. I'll say that was fine. Okay, level G, Eternal Exchange. Okay, auto and send. I think I've seen this mechanism before. So sun is win, sun and star is empty. We haven't seen something that looks like this yet in this world or in this pack. But in repos, we have actually seen a machine that looks like this before. The way to counter star and sun is empty is by having sun become star and star become sun. Because that would basically duplicate the object. The sun would become empty and star at the same time. So that would be equivalent to the sun just becoming a star. And then having the star becoming the sun and empty at the same time would be equivalent to the star becoming the sun. And as a result, this alternation would prevent the empty from actually having an effect. Meaning that what I want to do is have an alternator that alternates between sun and star. Sun and star. Sun is star, sun is star, and sun and star is sun. Yeah, and honestly, it really is not difficult to pull this off. So we've solved this before. I'll just resolve it. Okay. Now with that, I'll push in the text. We'll start with this. And then we'll have belt is send, lift is auto. Now the belt is send won't shift these things just yet. Actually, this is bad, right? Yeah, what am I doing? The empty spaces have to be in the verticals and horizontals. Yeah. What am I doing? If they're in the corners, how is this gonna work? It's not. Okay, hold on. Like this. Then push the lift. Here is start with star is sun or anything like that. Now belt is... So what happens at this point is that when the belt goes in, it pushes the star in, the star pushes the sun in, and then the sun swaps places with the star. Yeah, and then the belt goes in, pushes star, star goes in, pushes sun, and then sun goes in to take the place of the star. This isn't an infinite loop because the lift doesn't have any tangibility. The sun just overlaps the lift. So yeah, this creates an alternation which counters star and sun is empty. Let's me win. Nice. Alright, we've beaten that before, but I'm just re-explaining. Okay, level H. Perfect distance. Okay, we got some walls here. Wall and cliff is stop. Belt is copy. Launch and copy that together now. That's nice. So yeah, okay. I want to cross exactly 3 spaces. So all I need to do is copy the lift and have the lift move 3 spaces at once, which should be doable with launch, honestly. So we'll need a bit of setup for this, but basically what I want to do here is I need to make it so that when the lift moves, and I copy it, it will end up moving exactly 3 spaces. Can I make this any better? Hold on. Like this. So it will end up on the belt, and it will be shifted 3 down because the belt will launch the lift, which I will copy, and then the lift will be auto. Actually, there's a problem here, isn't there? Yeah, there is a problem. The lift can't be doing that. The lift has to be moving horizontally. If it moves downwards, then I copy the downward motion, and that's not good. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that up here, I think. I want it to be as far as possible. And I want it to be shifted down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. I need to be shifted down 4, so there. Okay. Then the belt will be all the way here and ready to launch the lift downwards. So now all I do is copy the lift is auto. Down. There you go. Perfect. That was the perfect distance. And I think this one has a bunch of stuff after it. Yeah. Surprise! Extras. Okay, let's go with level I for now. Ground control. Ooh, alive. Okay. So level is alive. I think that's bad because spike is defeat. If the whole level became alive, it would die to the spikes. So I don't want level to be alive. In this case, then rocket as auto is not good. Yeah, level dies. Facing. Okay, I can push the rocket. How about rocket facing rocket is auto? Ah. Yeah, rocket facing rocket is auto is fine because that would cause this rocket to be more auto forward. And I think if rocket is sent, that would cause that rocket to be sent forward, creating another set of this. So this rocket jumps forward to here, then this rocket jumps forward to here. I think that's all I need. Yeah. And I can stop it at this point, and now all I need to do is rocket is Nimi. Alright, very simple stuff. Alright, back to the extras. Oh, just... yeah, we'll do the other extras first. Superior moves. Skull eat all. So right now, I can't do that. Nimi without Nimi is used. I only have one Nimi. Auto doesn't exist anymore, interestingly enough. So how would that work? No idea. What have 2 spaces? I don't know. Nimi can't do anything actually. Wall can do stuff though. I can actually push and maneuver 2 of these walls out. Okay. I can move a wall in there, right? And then the wall will act as a stop object. Yeah, okay, so yes, I can do that. Let's have these objects be here. So here I want the wall to copy the lift, and then I want the belt to launch the lift as well. And I want the belt to launch the lift exactly 5 steps up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So it ends up here. So similarly, I will move 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to move by 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay, so the belt will now launch the lift up by 5. Okay, sure. The rocket will copy that motion and move all the way up to the spot that I was intending for it. So belt launches lift. Wall is in the right spot. The wall is stopped naturally. So now all I need to do is push the belt and have the belt launch me, because I'll be stopped by the wall. So yeah, that's all I need. And then the is can be used to make flag is win. I think we beat this as well before. There you go. Cool. Alright, area clear, that was quick. Also, look at all the numbers up there. It's now... Well, it was 10, 10, 10, but now it's 10, 10, 11. Unfortunate. Oh well. Alright, how much time do we have? We actually did these all pretty quick, so let's do a couple more. Let's at least finish the dark red area first then. Unbeatable moves. Nimi on spikes is empty. Okay, I have 3 objects now. I can't do that. But other stuff can get there, right? So why can't I have that happen? Actually, yeah, why can't I have that happen? Oh, because Nimi without Nimi is you. I was thinking of putting an object here. And then copying it over. And then just doing this. But Rocket is Nimi doesn't work here because I would have 2 Nimis. I mean, the obvious way to do this is just to, you know, destroy myself and then create Nimi, right? So is that easy or not? Well, I need an upward move to eventually create something is Nimi. So Rocket is Nimi eventually has to occur. I'm thinking if something copies Nimi right now and I move upwards, maybe that upward motion is enough? Yeah, okay, I can do that. Yeah, the upward motion should be enough to create Rocket is Nimi after I empty myself. So why don't I just have a belt that points down? I'll have the belt launch something, and then I'll have that something copy me. Okay. So lift is push first. Actually trying to set this up is going to be difficult. Yeah, this might be a bit more difficult than I thought. Because the copying here has to occur very, very far away. I'm not sure if I can do that very well. So like, I was hoping I could do this. Lift copy Nimi and then belt launch lift. But this seems rather difficult. Also, these objects are in the wrong position. I believe it might be possible if I try hard enough. But maybe not. Oh, no, lift needs to be pushed. So like, yeah, how am I ever going to get the lift here while I'm over there? Yeah, these guys are just too close together. And there's no way for me to desync at all. So I feel like there needs to be some different way of doing this. Yeah, there must be a different way of doing this, right? Actually, no, this might be easier than I thought. Hold on. Because I can create Rocket is Nimi horizontally like this by moving horizontally. Could this not launch me across and then into the spikes up there? That could work. And all transformations are free game at this point. So I just create 2 launching objects. And those objects will launch me in the correct directions. So I need an object, I think, here to launch me towards the right. And an object up here to launch me up. Yeah, that should be good enough. So the belt here will launch Nimi. I need to get ready the statement Rocket is Nimi. Boom, boom. And by emptying myself up there, I can win. I don't know if that's intended. All the text was used, I think. Yeah, the copy was necessary for the rocket to go to the other side. So maybe that was intended. I don't know. Alright, level 3. Death Passage. Okay, we have level is alive there. So right now robots can't do anything. Text syncs text. Oh, we have stable and move now. Okay, so no more launch. In fact, yeah, like this is just a random level that doesn't have any of the words in this. Anyway, robot can move once. I realize, which is maybe interesting. Maybe robot facing robot is stable, and then we have that one be moved. Well, no, because how I want it is that I want the move. Okay, yeah, okay. Because I get one move, robot facing robot is stable. At the same time as robot is moved for one turn. But how will I break this statement? Like, I guess I can do this, and then that. I was hoping what happens is that this robot... No. No. This is not right. No. Incorrect. The stableness that I want here is... I feel like I want this to be stable, and this to be stable, and this to not be stable. But I don't think that's possible with all the words I have. I want, like, I can only do the opposite, where one of you are stable, and this is not stable. So, like, I'm thinking the one turn of move I have here is to make everything move. All the stable objects are stable. Yeah, but how will it be that both of these objects are stable? Like... I want to stabilize... then cause... How about this? Robot facing robot is stable. At the same time as robot is moved. Okay. So this will cause only a single one of these robots to actually remain stable throughout. So not only this robot has the robot is moved property. But it would move. Which is bad, because now it's no longer stable. I want this robot to remain stable and move. I feel like I need this second robot to help then. Yeah, the second robot has to do some motion. So like, I might have to play with the properties, with the, like, some interesting stuff here. Like, I wanna... If I pushed forward again, I would make robot is stable. Because robot facing robot is stable will be broken. Okay. So let's move these robots elsewhere. Let's try here and then I guess here. So the way I'm intending to do this is that when the statement is made like so, and the robot moves down, because you movements always start first, I will start by moving right, then the robot moves down, and that will break the facing statement, that will break the move statement, and I think that's perfect for making this robot the only moving object. So I need this, and then that. And so now these two robots are stable without motion, but this... What? But this robot is stable without motion as well? Why? Maybe it unstable then restable in the same turn, and that caused it to lose the the movement thing. Huh. Okay, maybe it's a bit different. I guess the robots can face each other, and then robot facing robot is stable will only occur to both of you. Yeah, okay. Is it possible for this to occur with... Like, they will move into each other and then they'll unstabilize, though, is the problem I'm facing. So I wanted to not do that. I wonder if that's possible with one of these, like, walls here to set that up. Like, when I do this and I shift, they'll unstabilize. And that's bad. Okay, maybe if I had them move towards each other so that the end point results in them facing each other, that'll be fine. And they somehow retain the move statement. Yeah, sure. Okay, the issue is that now they will lose that once they move again. But I want them to keep that. Right? Yes, so how will I have that happen? It's difficult, I guess. Yeah, it's difficult. I can't have that happen. No. Okay. Well, this is turning out to be a bit harder than I thought. So my options for the stableness are either one of them being stable, two of them, these two being stable, or all three being stable. I can't have only this be stable. I can't have this and this be stable. Yeah, it's either... So robot... Well... What do I want them to have when they are stable? Like, what rules do I want them to keep? It just has to be robot is move, right? Robot can't push robot is a problem. But I don't think I can create like a similar situation to the launch situation, where like a robot moves in front of the other robot and then the facing thing swaps. And this also doesn't work if I did like robot facing robot is move. Oh gosh. Because once they stack, that won't change anything. So now robot facing robot is move, yeah. Then once they stack. Maybe if they stack, like something interesting happens. Well, not really. Can we not have them move into each other for now? Let's have them keep that statement. Why not that be the statement I want them to keep? So I want them to keep robot facing robot is move. And I break the, I don't break the stable. I break everything else. Whoa, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess so. If I push them in, it moves them forward. If I then made... No. I can't make robot is move afterwards. Yeah, I know. Yeah, this doesn't work. If I did this, they swap positions, right? That's not useful. Yeah, they swap positions, but I don't like that fact. That's not very useful. Text syncs text, so we can't stack text. So now if robot facing robot is stable. Actually now if robot facing robot is moved, that's kind of difficult to like deal with, I think. Yeah, okay. That's not what I want. I just can't think of a good enough like setup that would let me move only the top ones. Like, could I have a double move occur? Maybe? But I don't think I can save... I don't think I can save... No, I don't think I can save, like, a double move statement into stable. Robot being stable cannot result in it being moved twice, I think. Yeah, I don't think we have the words for that. And also I think that would break this guy for a bit. So that's not good. But the facing thing, like, why? So I think a double move has to be out. A robot can be double move in this case, but that's not good enough because that breaks this guy. Yeah. So what else can happen? Like, okay, maybe one robot. Maybe two of the robots. No. I'll say maybe two of the robots follow the robot facing robot is move. So like this robot and this robot follows that rule. And then a third robot would do the only robot is move. No, but like that would require this guy and this guy to be stable, which cannot happen. Again, either you stable, you two stable, or all three stable. Which is useful for me. I would say the most useful has to be just one of them being stable. So like right now, robot facing robot is stable is our best bet. Oh, well then yes, I can imbue the robot is move quality into that. And then I want to do, I guess, this. The only issue with this is, once again, this guy is moved now, and I don't know how to stop it from being moved. I now need to convert. Well, I now need you to stop being stable. And I'm thinking, okay, like, let's say I did it this way. Oh, hold on, I gotta push the robots into a better spot. I think this is the exact same issue we had last time. Where this simply results in what? The stable resetting itself. Okay, let me quickly just set this up. So the robot facing robot is stable and then robot is moved, right? And then this will break the facing statement into just robot is stable. They all just move. Oh, no, wait. Only this guy is move. Wait, what? How did that happen? I thought that reset everyone stable. Not in this case for some reason. What? That's so weird. Okay, and if I unstable everything, then the robot will stay in place. Yeah, that is so weird. I don't even... Huh? Okay, sure, I guess. Because I thought we did that just now, but it didn't work. Oh, I know why it didn't work. Well, I did it just now, the robot was moving vertically, and that caused them to no longer be facing the robot. And that was the thing that undid. So what happened there was when the second robot moved vertically down, the robot at the back no longer faced the robot in front. So the parsing would go, it checks if stable, then face by, then sentence parsing, I think. Yeah, so the face by being broken would undo the stable, and then the parsing would cause stable to reform. Whereas if the face by condition was constantly fulfilled, which is what happened just now when the robots were in a row, the stable would not break at all in the first place. So even though the stable statement reforms, that would still maintain the old stable properties of the first robot, I think. That is so weird, but I guess I can explain why. Yeah, I understand. Okay, well, that was kind of confusing, but I guess it's a good last level to end off the area. The first episode of this area, one difficult, confusing one. Next episode, we'll move on to the rest of the levels and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, until next time, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.